My name is Brock Raper. I'm 18 years old. I attend Polk County High School. I play baseball, basketball, golf, and ran cross country. My favorite high school memory would have to be this past golf season when our boys team made it to the state. My favorite sports memory would have to be this past basketball season. It was senior night. We were down by 2, and I hit the game-winning 3. I attend Zion Hill Baptist Church in Englewood, Tennessee. We have a very active youth group. My youth pastor has been a big impact on my life. I came to know Christ when I was 7 years old. We were on our way home from church, and I began asking my father questions. When we got home, he kneeled down next to my bed with me, kind of went through some things, and I accepted Christ right there. My huddle leaders are Travis Carroll and Chaplain Bruce Underwood, and they've really also had a big impact on my life, just to stay strong in the faith and really be a witness for others. FCA has really been a huge impact on our school this year. We've had record numbers at our Bible studies Friday mornings, and also record numbers at our regular FCA meetings.
My name is Payton Tipton. I'm 18 years old. I go to Cleveland High School. I'm a senior this year, and I play volleyball. And my favorite high school memory would probably have to be this fall when I was elected to be on the homecoming court. And so I was preparing before the game, and I told my mom and dad, I was like, man, I really wish my brother could be here. He is 20 years old. He lives in Colorado Springs and goes to the Air Force Academy. And we've grown up being really close, and he's one of my best friends. And so we're out on the field at halftime, and the flag's open, and I walk out on the field, and there he is standing there. He'd flown in and surprised me, and so it was just a really sweet memory for me. Probably not my favorite sports memory, but the most dramatic would have to be my sophomore year. We were playing in a preseason tournament in August over at Bradley High, and we were playing Boyd Buchanan in the finals. And one of our girls had shanked the ball, and so I turn around and run to go get it, and I slam into the bleachers and knock my tooth out, and the ambulance had to come. I had to be rushed to the emergency room, and so that was a pretty dramatic moment, but definitely something to look back and laugh on now. I go to First Baptist Church, and I've been going there ever since I was born. I've grown up in a Christian home with 2 awesome parents and a great brother that have really helped me grow in my walk. FCA has been a part of my life ever since I was a little girl. My family's been going to camp for, probably for the first 10 years of my life. We went every summer to St. Simon's Island, Georgia. Getting into middle school with Coach Yates being our huddle leader is like a second father to me, and he helped me grow so much in those 3 years. And coming to high school and just kind of following in my brother's footsteps and being involved in the leadership team, and man, just from my freshman year to my senior year, just seeing how God has used FCA, it's really been awesome to see. And then Coach Slaughter being our huddle leader this year, he has blessed my heart so much. I was so intimidated by him at first when he first came, but we've really grown to have a close relationship, and just his love for the Lord and his just wanting to dig into the Word and know truth and apply it to his life has been really encouraging to me. And I'm excited to see what God's going to do at Cleveland High School and in our community for the next few years.
My name is Parke Bunch. I'm 18. I go to Meigs County High School, and I play basketball and softball here. I've been on the team for 4 years. And my favorite high school memory would probably have to be the MMM trip. It's where we go to a movie mall meal for all the seniors, and we get to spend time with each other, eat, and have fun, and then we go watch a movie. My most memorable game was probably in Disney World my freshman year. It was my last game I got to play before I got hurt, and I hit a double, and it was my last game to end out the season, and I have not got to play much since then due to 4 knee surgeries, and the team had my back as I hauled all the way to second base. I go to Decatur Church of God here in Decatur, and I've been there my whole life, and my youth leader is Shannon, and we do a lot of stuff with the nursing home and with the children. We have children's church, and I help out a lot in that. And the way that I become to know Christ is my older sister, who is 26, took me to a revival the summer of my 6th grade year. And I just felt the Lord pulling on me. And so I got saved, and I wanted everyone in my school to feel the joy that I felt. FCA at my school has played a very big part in my life. My 8th grade year, I got to give my testimony in front of all the students that I went to school with, and I love doing that because I want people to know what God's done in my life and can help them. And FCA has pushed me to want and desire to help others in our school. And also at lunch, we have begun to hold hands and pray out loud and hoping that many people can join in. And my huddle leaders, Mr. Jennings and them, without them, I don't think I'd be the person I am today because they push me each and every day at school and outside of school to read God's Word and talking to others about it. And they have helped me to become more active in my friends' lives and to always talk to everybody, no matter what, no matter who they are.
My name is Will Carter. I attend Walker Valley High School. I'm 18 years old and I'm Walker Valley's mascot. My favorite high school memory would have to be my sophomore year. There was a group of us in a classroom for a Bible study, and there was probably 6 of us starting out, and we were playing guitar and worshiping, and by the time lunch was over, which is about an hour, we had probably accumulated over 30 people inside of this classroom. It was just an incredible testimony of who God is and what kind of power He has and what kind of work He's doing in our schools. My favorite sport memory would be this past football season. As a mascot, I was walking through the crowd and my mom would sit on the front row so she could see me, and she pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, there's this little girl that's been following you around. She's really been trying to get your attention." So I said, "Where is she?" And my mom pointed her out. And I went over to her and I got down on one knee and she gave me a hug. And when I stood back up, she was holding my hand. She was just so embarrassed and she was having a blast. And I think it made my night as much as it made hers. So it was just a really, really cool experience for me as a mascot. I attend First Baptist Church. I've been attending there my entire life. I was your typical church boy who his parents went to church with my family, and I accepted Christ when I was 8 years old at Vacation Bible School. Up until my 7th or 8th grade year, I was really just going through the motions of being a Christian, and I wasn't living my life completely for the Lord. And then my freshman year in high school, at my church camp, God showed me, there is no way to live this life without Him. There is nothing that I can do without God. I need God in my life, and there's just nothing that we can accomplish without Christ. FCA has just meant so much to me through my high school experience, just the incredible accountability that it offers through just the help from Miss Caldwell and Coach Smith and just all the other FCA leadership members and people in FCA, just the incredible friends that I've made and opportunities that it's given me to help other people. FCA is just an incredible thing throughout Walker Valley. Our FCA started out last year maybe with 15 students on a Friday morning. This year we've been topping over 60 students. Some Fridays and other Fridays we'll have, we've had up to 80 students. So it's just been an incredible thing this past year what God's done at Walker Valley.
Hey, my name's Sierra Lee. I'm 17. I play soccer at Bradley Central High School. My favorite high school memory was when FCA, we met one night, our huddle leaders, and we went to one of the classrooms and we had a devotion about Jesus washing the disciples' feet. And our huddle leaders washed our feet to show us how to serve, and in turn we washed their feet. And it was just an awesome experience. God just was there in that little, who knew in a high school classroom that, we'd have such an awesome experience there. So it was really cool. And they prayed over us and we prayed over them. So it was just an awesome experience and something that I'll never forget. My favorite game when we played soccer was when we played Ottawa last year. It was the most intense game. We didn't win, but I don't think we've ever played a harder game. And we got came off the field laughing, and we were angry, but we were in a good mood and mad all at the same time. And it was just so exciting, and we played so hard, and I'll never forget that game. I attend Washington Avenue Baptist Church. I've been a member there my whole life. I've been going there since I was born. When I was 6 years old, God was dealing with my heart, and I asked God to save me. And it's an ongoing process. Since then, it's not been an easy walk with Christ. But when I was 14 years old, my granddad got diagnosed with terminal cancer, and that was the biggest testing of my faith. It was hard. It was the hardest thing I'd ever been through, but God was faithful and He brought my family closer together through that experience. And I know where my granddad is today, and that's what just I hold on to. And so through that, you know, in James it talks about how the testing or the trials you go through is a testing of your faith. And through that experience, it was really a testing of my faith, but I learned to trust God through it, and He got us through it, and He gave us joy through it, and something that I never thought we'd have, you know, losing my granddad, but God gave us joy and He got me through it. FCA has been the biggest impact on my life above anything that I've experienced throughout high school. This is my first year in FCA. It was the first year that we really got it started, and it's just been amazing to see God move through our school, through FCA, such a small organization. I mean, it's gotten bigger and bigger, and it's just been awesome. And our huddle leaders, we meet at least twice a week. We have devotions together, and we meet to plan, and then we have FCA on Friday mornings, and it's just great to see God move through the students there, and we have such a tight bond, like all the people that come to FCA and our huddle leaders. And Miss Cretton, I can't even tell you how awesome she's been in my life. I really believe that God put her in the school, not just to teach, but just for me and our FCA huddle leaders. I'll never forget FCA and what it's been in my life.
Help us keep FCA in school.
Get on track and become a monthly partner.
Become a monthly partner.
And become a monthly partner.
And become a monthly partner.